Hello and welcome. This is your Detective Lazaria, here to help a viewer who wants to try to communicate with his beloved kitties that are family kitties. And I said, well, what if I did a tutorial with my beloved kitty that has passed? And that is FiFi. So FiFi, if you can come in and join me, I got the REM pod, which is that square device. You can either just give it a beep, a click, or go crazy and do Morse code. I won't be able to understand it, but hey. Those clear cat balls, you know what to do. Beepity bap, tap, shake to light up. And the EMF meter, which just goes to right like that. Yellow, orange, or red, just to know that you're probably presently here. So I brought up some items of hers. A portrait, a collar that she wore for a very long time. I don't know if you can see the fuzziness because it's been worn for so long. And her urn with her ashes. So I'm going to turn on this app called Spirit Talker to see if she can communicate to me. Again, not everything through the Spirit Talker will probably be her. It could be like a 50-50, so we'll see. So again, that's her in the back, that photo. And there's another photo I have put up right here. So I'm going to turn on the app called Spirit Talker to let her communicate in hopes. We've had many sessions with her, but this one's a bit different. It is a tutorial in hopes that someone will be able to communicate with their beloved family cats. I don't know if they'll have all these things that I have up here, but he is trying to start off with at least Spirit Talker. Or some app like Spirit Talker, where it spews up words. So, FiFi, if you're here, can you give me a clue?
Gloria.
I'm ignoring that one. So again, not everything spewing is going to be them. So I'm ignoring that one. Unless it's tied to that viewer. I don't know. I'm ignoring it. If it's not tied to me, I'm ignoring it. So, FiFi, if you are here, can you let us know? REM pod? Or say something through the Spirit Talker so I know it's you? Oh, sorry. Oh, I just realized I'm actually really close by. Sorry. And if you happen to be in a room, I turn on light sources for the spirits to gain energy. I think it helps. So if you want, you can turn on some light sources, such as a ceiling light or a lamp. And then just inform them, hey, to gain energy, just take it from my light sources. They may be able to go up to it, do whatever they do, and then return back to your area of where you're setting up. So again, if you want, you can get close to that REM pod so I know you're here, FiFi. Or you can say your nickname.
We're delighted you're here.
Well, that is good to hear. So again, I'm just letting you know, it's just a different session with FiFi because I'm trying to kind of help guide someone to communicate with their beloved kitties. So not everything that comes through may not be a kitty cat spirit of my FiFi, but something random. But sometimes it feels like they may be her saying stuff. There are some key words that I have had come through different sessions of hers that are tied to her. Because every time I hear it, I'm like, ah, is that you? And it's like, mm-hmm. So we'll see if those get...
A woman here.
Well, I mean, technically she is a woman in a sense. So again, FiFi got to live to be 18. and she is a female kitty. So from January 2008 all the way to February 28th, 2026. It's unfortunate that she had to be put down. Again, she can let me know what happened to her or what caused the reasoning and stuff like that.
It creeps behind you.
I don't know. It probably isn't really tied to this, but it is funny. I don't know, is FiFi creeping behind me slowly but surely coming up towards me to interact with me? Maybe that's why it's been quiet up here with the REM pod. Again, it was going off during a failed attempt, so I was like, oh. But I had to, again, restart my session because of some interference. But we're back. I do apologize I had to end it a few times due to interference. So I'm hoping this is a good session without interruptions. Yes, there's going to be a bit of noise interruptions down below. So there you go. Aww.
Nurturing.
Well, I guess that could be definitely her coming through saying that. I did have to say it's a combo. I nurtured her, and she nurtured me. So we nurtured each other in different ways. Again, if you are indeed here, FiFi, Fiona, can you again just let me know with that REM pod? Hopefully you're getting the energy from the light sources. I'm hoping it'll go click, beep, or something. Otherwise, a capo. And of course, that viewer does not need to film it. I just someone who likes to share my sessions with others so that they can see that there's more to life after you have passed. And it's like a documentary as well, to see different spirits come through, different ways, different types of how they communicate to me, or what they say on the Spirit Talker, or what activity happens and occurs.
Meet.
Yes. So it is known that our beloved pets, all kinds, that are very close to us, will meet us when we are unfortunately the ones that have to pass away too. So they're waiting in heaven, and they may even be the ones that will greet us when it's our time. Again, it would be awesome if someone can clarify that by interacting very strongly with something up here. Again, it's been very quiet. I don't know if I lost them when I had to reboot my sessions. Thank you. Woohoo! That's a yeah. Thanks. So that's what it meant when you said meet. You're going to meet me when it's my time. Unsure when that will be, but I know that you'll be there. And I am looking forward to it, because I, of course, am already missing you. It's only been 5 months since you have passed. Yeah, 5 months.
Carriage.
Carriage. Oh, you mean like the cat crate? Kind of like a carriage? Is that what you call those? A kitty carriage? So yes, unfortunately I had to place her in a cat crate to take her to
You've been here before.
Well, of course I have been here before. I live here. Unless another spirit pops in and they're just talking to that spirit saying, hey, I've seen you here before. So if it is FiFi, can you let me know if there's a spirit that you just said that to? That just popped in? Again, you can clarify with that beep. Maybe that was a phrase to a spirit, not me. Because there's more coming in.
Gentleness.
Oh, yes, I was gentle. Very gentle with her. Okay, maybe there was some times where I had to be a little rough, but again, how do you take care of a cat that has stuff on their behinds that has to be wiped off? They don't stay still. So there was some times where I had to do something. But the majority of the time, I was always gentle with her. And she was gentle with me. Okay, occasionally she did bat me with the cone. So, was it 2018? She had to wear a cone until 2026 because of some issues. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. So it said gentleness, which makes sense. See, some of the words I feel like it's her. And the activity with the REM pod and hopefully capsules eventually, or very strong in the EMF meter, feels like it's her coming through. So again, to the viewer that starts with a J, if you are watching this, hopefully this will help you. And hopefully you get results like I'm getting. And I guess maybe learning more about what happened to those family pets or cats will help. Like I just discovered one of them.
I can protect you.
See? I knew you would. Yep. Thank you for clarifying that to me and the viewer, that again, our beloved pets or cats or human relatives, loved ones, will protect us. Again, REM pod, to clarify, that was you, FiFi, telling me you are here to protect me. I don't know what dangers I am facing in the future, but yep. She's like, well, I growled at a spirit that you saw. Don't you remember that? Over by the closet, you saw something, and I growled. And I said, FiFi, was that you? And then the activity with that REM pod in that session's like, yeah, because I'm here to protect you. I don't know who it was that I saw that one session, but definitely got me to kind of have goosebumps. I almost had my heart skip out of me. Hi, I see you in a sense. Not really. I'm missing her, like right here physically, but.
Jasmine.
I don't know. Was it Jasmine that you saw? Or I saw? Otherwise, again, I don't know if this is tied to the viewer. If you have anybody tied to that name, probably not. Otherwise, just a random name spew. I don't think I had any jasmine flowers or anything. So. Yeah, I miss her. Oh, I did have a visitation dream shortly after she had passed. I don't know if it was a video that I had watched that kind of helped her come through, because it kind of like opened my mind during that night. But I physically saw her on my bed near the end of it, and I was like, no, don't go. And I had to get her, and in order to reach her, yes, unfortunately, I had to grab her tail twice before she slipped out off the bed. And then once I got a hold of her, I was looking into her face, and I said, why? Why? Or something.
I died in the war.
Well, that's not her. Again, hi. So again, that was definitely her visitation dream, where spirits are able to, again, come to you through a dream. Not you dreaming of them, but them physically, spiritually coming into your dream. And it felt so real. But then, unfortunately, my body had to wake up at some point. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get up. I don't want to open my eyes. No. Sadly, I had to. So again, that happened. So I don't know if, again, the viewer ever got things like that, a visitation dream from the family pets. I don't know if it has to be tied to you, like your own beloved pet or cat, or if it could be family ones. I don't know. I've seen some family cat ones, but those dreams that really stick with me are the ones that are tied to me. So hi. I was just going to say, I'm going to mention a few things that may help the viewer understand how to know if a spirit is with them. How's that? Not just with the REM pod, but things like activity that happened since she had passed. So one of the things was I heard her cat collar bell. That one right there.
Very few talk to me.
I'm sorry to hear that. Again, I don't know if it's, again, random or if it's FiFi trying to say very few people talk to me. I don't know. I talk to you all the time. I say good morning and good night every day. She's like, I can confirm that. And I not just say it to her. I say it to every one of them. I say, good morning, FiFi, baby, Mooey, Buttercup, Bobby, relatives, and anyone else who's hanging out here. That's what I say every morning and night now. So that way they know that I never will forget them. And yes, there are times where I get a little carried away and I'm like, oh no, I didn't say it. And then I'm like, what did I hold up? And they're like, it's okay, girl.
Edwardian.
Skipping that one. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to say it now. All right. Like I said, I heard this sound of her jingle of the bell of her collar when her collar wasn't even near. When I was just, I think it was that second day or second night. And I was like, whoa. Of course, I wasn't filming anything. I was just by my dresser. And I was like, did I just hear your collar bell? I was like, I believe it was. I heard two thumps 2 different times. And it was over in that area where the candles are, as if she could have been jumping up or down from it. I mean, literally thumps. I heard her cat meow, captured during a session. It's in my short session. You can hear that. Can you clarify? I don't know. Is it possible? Can you clarify that was your meow that I heard? It was short and simple, but it was right after I was mentioning you, because it said it's a creature, and I'm like, oh well, technically my cat is a creature. She's a cat that's 18 years old, and then I heard her cat meow, and then as soon as I ended that session, I went downstairs and then looked for her only house cat, and she was asleep in the bush in the backyard. Not her. Then I made sure it wasn't any of their strays. Couldn't find a single stray cat, so. It sounded even behind me, too. That's how I knew it was her. Because that's the area.
What happened to me?
So again, I don't know if this is her coming through or not. But it may come through like this. Sometimes maybe they just need a little unfortunate reminder. But you have passed away a few months ago. It was about 5 months ago. Due to some issues with your health. And I could not, unfortunately, put you through any more suffering or pain if we went through multiple options. Didn't want to drug you up with a bunch of pain medicine. I didn't want to make you go through an ordeal of surgeries in case that would have helped. I don't think that would have. I wanted you to be with me, of course, but it wasn't fair to you to gain my happiness to have you there when you were suffering, because even the ER vet said that they hide it very well of how unfortunate they were suffering, because they didn't want you to see it, they didn't want you to know it. So yeah, I don't know again if it just random spew, because it's come through in previous sessions, that word, what happened to me. So I'm just letting them know, in case it was. Probably not. And if it was someone else, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to you.
Stuck here.
Again, residual phrase that came through in the past. I don't think she is stuck here. Although technically, she was stuck up here in the upstairs. Because again, she's my indoor kitty, and I didn't want to risk the chance of her and our other kitty cat, Itty Bitty, to meet up. And so I don't want to, have them fight. So she just kind of, unfortunately, was stuck here in this room, as well as the other room that she would be in. Maybe she'll say it. As well as the hallway of upstairs. She's like, her spirit is not stuck here. I know that. But she chooses to be here with me, I'm sure. Because she wants to protect me. And so sorry, I just have to make sure what time is it. Okay, it's getting noisy under, okay, yeah. So again, hopefully the viewer can get a little sense of what could happen during a session. I don't know if they'll have these devices up here. Probably not. But at least you can try to communicate to them.
Decay.
Well, again, unfortunately, some bodies do decay. I don't know if that's something that occurred with his pets or cats. But mine was, as you can see, up there in the urn. Again, it could also be a random spew. Whew, it is hot now. Sorry. Again, I'm hoping that we'll at least get him to get started. And it's not just, of course, for that one viewer that starts with a J. It can be anybody that is missing a beloved pet or a cat that wants to, again, try to communicate to them. There is a possibility. At least I feel like there has been since I've done many sessions with my kitty. And some of the stuff that comes through feels like it's her trying to speak to me. And the way the interactivity with the REM pod goes is just like, wow. So I'm not sure how much longer I will be able to have the tutorial going, but I just want to at least get like a little startup for him and others that might be intrigued into doing this with Spirit Talker or these devices. I don't think it is needed to have photos, but it is probably helpful. And ignoring. Wait.
Kettle.
Okay, so apparently my father has been a little bit sick and has been using the tea kettle to heat up water. So, hey, I don't know. Is someone letting me know that he's using the kettle? I don't know.
This is my home.
See? This could be, again, FiFi. Can you clarify that you just put, this is my home? Fiona, FiFi. It's been quiet. REM pod, cat ball? EMF meter to orange or red. Did you place on Spirit Talker the phrase, this is my home? Because wherever I am, you are, and it is considered home. Again, I don't know if she has to gain the energy to put effort into these tools or not. But it is her home in a sense, because again, she lived here for a bit. Otherwise, it could be one of my other beloved kitties that have passed too, such as Moo Moo, Buttercup, Baby. Kind of visited a few times here, but didn't really live long in the room here. She was more at my other location that I used to live at.
Watch yourself here.
Well, again, you said earlier I can protect you. So I'm going to try to watch myself here, but I think you're here to also keep an eye on me, to protect me. And it seemed like you validated that with the REM pod earlier. So, yeah. And if someone's new or maybe a viewer that's been with me, again, you can comment below and let me know if you are interested in trying to do what I do. Not filming, just to try to reach your beloved pet or cat, and hopes to hear from them. Beep, beep,
Bastard.
beep, 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 beep. Okay, not everything spewing is, again, a spirit. It could just be random. But yeah. So unless that was FiFi saying that to the spirit that came through, because it just said, watch yourself here, like warning that spirit, like, hey, you're not allowed to be here, and then just told that one the B word. So FiFi was protecting me and just called out on that spirit who shouldn't be here. Can you again let me know with anything up here? Otherwise it might be just a random spew. Probably a random spew. Okay. Well, it's a hit and miss with the activity. I think it takes some time to gain an energy or something. And if I had that third light, it might have helped them be more present. But it was just too hot today. And eventually I do have to get going. So a few more minutes, I gotta get going. But hopefully, again, this was helpful to anybody that is watching this, including the viewer that starts with a J. I apologize. And yeah. So I may or may not get her nickname to come through, but it has been
Torch.
Again, that's a repetitive spew from my previous session. But yes, he does happen to say that whenever I mention the word flashlight, he's like, well, technically we call that a torch in the UK still. I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah. Good. So the app does, unfortunately, repeat phrases and words. If you keep seeing and noticing a big pattern, unfortunately, you may just have to disregard some of those phrases, words, or names. But sometimes maybe those names coming through a lot could be them trying to get a hold of you. I don't know. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It's there for you to help, because how else are you going to? I mean, you could use a spirit box with a radio and other tools, but this is just one I've been using since I started around May of last year. Or maybe it was June or July. Either way. All right, I don't know. Whoever's still here, I gotta get going. Usually it's a cue to get active in these areas. Oh, well.
I'm in the shadows.
Again, I could say that just randomly, but they could be, just letting you know, hey, we're still here. You can't see us, but we're still here in the shadows, such as my messy room, but in the door area where the shadows are, or behind me, again, too messy to share. But yeah. Well, oh, hey, I don't know if this will help. So I don't know if you have any leftover food. Kitty, 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 kitty. Wants food? Oh, FiFi, I got you food. Usually I have this with a capsule in it, which I might be able to try to do real quick. Let me just put this up here.
Christine.
Oh, hi, Christine. It could just be a random name. That's me. Again, the capsule going off is me. So we'll see if it goes off again. So there was a few sessions where I had a capsule in the bowl. It was during her sessions, and it would go off. But that one ball that she used had a orange kitty cat sticker, had sadly shown signs of no more life. And I was like, oh no, that was the same day of her cat meow that was captured. So again, I told her you can still utilize the other cat balls. You don't have to be stuck with just one. So hopefully she'll be able to utilize the cat ball in the bowl, or any of the other two, one by her collar or with her collar, one near her urn. Hmm? It's funny, you have all these other names like Christine and this and that, but no Fiona. It's a bummer. And was it, one of those days where I hope the creator of the app can add Fiona to it. That'd be awesome. But for now, she's got her little nickname, which we'll hope to hear from her. Otherwise, she's probably just literally by my side, laying down, just saying, you think you're letting me play up here? Not right now. I'm next to you. Which she could be. She's probably like, I'm pooped. I'm tired. I'm just resting next to you. Yeah.
Joe.
So again, if I keep getting random names, I'm probably just going to have to sadly wrap it up in a dip. I don't know a Joe. I don't know a Christine. I don't know if the viewers have animals with those names. I don't know. But they're just random names coming through for now. All right, well, I guess Phoebe may have plopped herself on bed and is just taking a nap. A spiritual nap next to me. Unless I wake her up. Meh. She's probably like, also, you need to get ended on this session so you can get ready for your dinner. It is true. It's coming up. Oh, I also had it the very same night that I had to put her down. I had a dream of her.
Mood.
She's waiting for the right mood to come through. Got it. She's like, I'm not in the mood, but when I get in the mood, I might interact up here. But for now, I'm not in the mood. I'll just talk a little bit more before I go. But like I said, the same unfortunate night that I had to sleep after having to put her to sleep, I had a dream of her, and it was an interesting one because it was me at the vet, seeing the vet, holding her.
Pressure.
Pressure? Ooh, that might actually be her. Dang it. So I don't really get that word coming through, pressure. Oh, I don't know if she means like you're putting too much pressure on me to communicate to your tools, and I'm just not in the mood. Otherwise, it is referring to a situation with her body. There was some issues with her. I don't know if I can say it.
I can make it cold.
That would be awesome if you could. I did feel some cold feelings. I was going to get there eventually, but I said it in one of my sessions. But I was taking and just laying in bed, and I felt a very cold feeling and tingling feeling on my forehead. And that's usually where she would kind of place her head, or not head, her body when she was living. So I was like, oh, she's doing that? She's laying on my head? Anyways, like I said, she developed as they call it, a UTI at the very end. So I don't know if that's maybe what she was talking about when she put pressure. Otherwise, pressure on her bladder or her kidney. I don't know. Oh well, we tried. Not everything is going to be spot on. And yeah. So I do have a playlist.
Obviously.
I don't know if she's responding about the word pressure and referring to her situations with her internal organs, such as, again, her kidney, her bladder, or the UTI. That's with the word pressure. That's how she, unfortunately, had to be
Pain.
Oh. Dang it. The pressure that caused pain. Dang it. Okay, that's her coming through. Do not get emotional. Do not get emotional. I already did that one time. I think I bawled my eyes out. What had spewed through. Oh, good Lord. Anyways, yes, obviously she had pain. She hid it from me very well. She was doing what appeared to be getting better. She was having issues eating, so we tried an appetite stimulant on her ears. She was eating more.
Benjamin.
I'm ignoring that one. And I was just like, oh, yay, you're finally eating. It didn't take long after the first dose. I didn't even get to put it on for more than 3 days before that night at 11:15 or something, where things went downhill. She was eating. She went to the bathroom. And I was like, oh, awesome. And then she wanted to be in the bathroom, I think. But then I noticed she was struggling. And then she kept going into the bathroom. I'm like, that's not good. When I say bathroom, I mean the kitty litter. That's not good. And that's when I started to see something red. Yeah, and it was bad. And I was like, Dad, we need to go right now. Right meow. And of course, we left as soon as we could.
Recording.
I am recording. And like I said, I was just like, it stinks that it's past 11:30, 11:45. I don't know exactly, but we had to rush over there, and we were there until like 1:15, 1:30. I don't know, around there. And we didn't get home until like past 2 o'clock. But we unfortunately didn't come back with her because the choices that were given, even the ER vet said the best option is number 1, which is unfortunately putting her to sleep. And I kind of had a gut feeling that I had to probably do that. And I was like, dang it, I don't want to, but she was in pain. Even the ER vet said, she's in extreme pain. You can't see it, but she's definitely in pain. And I'm like, oh. But, yeah. So apparently there was like a mass on her bladder that we, aka the regular local vet, didn't see. Even the blood results didn't share that. And like her kidneys on the blood results with the local vet said she was fine. Her levels were fine. Yet the
Silence. Helen.
Hello, Helen. Again, sometimes I feel like spirits are just coming in because they're like, ooh, kitty. I've seen that name come through a few times in my sessions. I can't tell if it's a child spirit or a spirit guide, but they definitely put their name in my sessions. I'm like, hi. Well, I got very silent, and it's interesting the way you guys made me listen to the room make a bunch of tippy-tap sounds all over. I'm like, ah! But I'm pretty sure it's just the wind picking up and making the house make noises. This is funny how you make me go silent to listen to that. anyways, yeah, like I said, she's definitely whole now. No longer has issues with her health. She's probably appearing in her view, probably something like that, you know, or just a little bit after her mark on her forehead had faded, and obviously way before her unfortunate health declining. And by the way, it could be the science diet kibble. Was it the science diet kibble? Let me know.
Torch.
Torch again. Okay. Oh, no. So I'm just curious. Is it possible, again, you haven't done this in a while. So can you use that REM pod, FiFi? Do you believe that that unfortunate special science diet ZD that I had fed you for almost...
Equality.
Did it give you equality in life? So maybe it was good for you? Because again, we don't know what she was allergic to. In 2018, she was not doing well. She kept, unfortunately, getting very sick, unfortunately, puking and not eating. And they said, oh, well, it might be food allergies. And in order to figure out, we can do blood tests, but that's going to, or we can do trial and error, or you can just do this and have her start the ZD diet. And I was like, oh yeah, let's just do that. I don't want her to go through a bunch.
Ophelia.
Again, skipping that name, Ophelia. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's a hit and miss if the kibble that the kitties are given can cause the decline on their health, including kidney disease, kidney failure, issues with their bladder. Because they're saying that technically if you had given them better nutritional foods versus dry kibble, they can live longer. But again, she got to live to be 18, so there's that. And yes, she did have to live in a cone for 8 years. But she's cone free now. She's no longer wearing that darn cone in heaven. I know that. All right.
Get out of here.
Again, it's probably them warning me that dinner's coming up and I need to get out. Otherwise, another spirit came in and FiFi's telling them to get out. Oh, I tried. Again, it went really well at the very beginning and kind of towards the mid-beginning, but some things just kind of meh, and it got very quiet with the tools up here. So again, take it with a grain of salt, and just know that they're there, protecting you, watching over you, loving you, just in a spiritual way. All right, this is your detective, Lazaria, signing out. Peace, love, and eternity. Bye.